They're getting really excited and worked up because we're just about to go out for a walk around the zoo. So the training's been going really well the last little while, although you wouldn't know it looking at them now, but really they're good.
It's just so great to see them outside, and I can see even now that their legs are getting bigger and rangier and they're starting to really experiment, and it's just amazing to see their development.
She's been sick for quite a while now, so we're not 100% sure what's the matter with her.
The popular population of Auckland Zoo heads into the great outdoors for another happy day in the sun. But for the newest residents, the 3 young tiger cubs, so far their bedroom is the only place they've explored. Their world is about to get a whole lot bigger very soon.
Hi Molly. Hello Bubby girl, what you doing?
Today's the day Keeper Sandra has been looking forward to for over 10 years.
What we're going to do is the cubs are pretty much nearly 14 weeks old now. They've had a little bit of a look outside, but what we're going to do is open the slide and let Malik out. They'll hopefully go out. Oh, it'll be just so good to see them heading outside because they're just getting so active now and they're getting bored with being inside. So it'll be good to see them explore a new environment. It's quite a steep environment too. There's lots of deep terrain, and we've been in there and we've tried to make it as safe as we can. But it'll be just good to see them getting out and about. It'll be great.
Outside, the fans are already lining up, hoping to catch a glimpse of the famous little tiger cubs. Mum checks the coast is clear. And with hardly a second's thought, out come the curious little cubs.
So great to see them outside, and I can see even now that their legs are getting bigger and rangier and they're starting to really experiment. Instead of stumbling around like little babies, they're starting to actually jump around and play, and it's just amazing to see their development.
The 3 cubs now have names. The female is Cinta, which is Indonesian for love. The males are Jalur, which means stripes in the Malay language, and Berani, which is Indonesian for spirited and brave.
Yeah, what we're aiming for is for them to get their confidence up just a little bit more each day. Obviously they get really tired like any little kids, so they need lots of sleep. But yeah, just to see them come a little bit further and a little bit further, it'll be like little landmarks for them and for us as well. For us, it's been 10 years at least in the planning to get this far, and it's hard to describe what a joy it is to see Malik and cubs outside, and for the people hopefully to come along and just be moved by Sumatran tiger cubs and Sumatran tigers in general. And yeah, we're hoping that everyone's just going to love them like we do.
Their first outdoor experience has been a blast. From now on, the little cubs will play outside every day. While it's all hunky-dory for the tigers, it's a different story for the Tamarinds. Keeper Christine is worried about one of her tiny friends. She's setting up some tasty treats to tempt them all inside.
Now these are just what we call behaviour enrichment logs, and they've got holes in them, and I've pushed down what we call Galeria worms in there as well, and so the Tamarins can come in here and start eating, and this is really favoured food, this.
There's a reason for today's bug buffet. Adie is one of 2 rare golden lion tamarins at Auckland Zoo. The golden lions live with their best mate Aya, a cotton-top tamarin. These 3 miniature monkeys are usually a gang of mischief and fun. But over the last few months, Adie hasn't been her usual bouncy self. Christine wants to know why.
She's been sick for quite a while now, She's been very lethargic, off her food, even sort of her lovely things like the lovely Galeria bugs that we're trying to get her to come in for. Quite often she'll be walking along a branch and she'll miss, and so we're not too sure whether her eyesight's going. So we're not 100% sure what's the matter with her. Eddie, come on, come on. Here she comes, here she comes. Come on, what's this? Oh, you're the girl, you're the girl. You are so good. Come on, some lovely food there for you. Good girl. It's a girl. It's for you, it's for you. Good girl. What a good girl you are. Oh, there's some more in there too. And some more up here, oh, up here. That was quite good. She actually took a little bug, which is good, but this is the problem. Some days she's really good, and other days she's so flat you're going, oh, we're going to lose her today. So we can't have that going on all the time. So, yeah, it's not consistent. You don't need feeding. You leave her, be nice to her. Come on, Missy, that's a girl.
Weighing in at just over a pound of butter, these furry featherweights can't afford to downsize.
These guys are quite bird-like, so their metabolism is quite fast. They've got to eat a lot, and although they're quite wasteful, they're always eating. And so, just like a bird, that if you get them too late, they can just go downhill real fast.
Despite a promising start to this unexpected feast, Adie suddenly loses interest. For Christine, that confirms she needs a thorough checkup.
Obviously, she's going to have to be knocked out. It's just the way it is with animals. And we will be taking bloods and checking her over thoroughly, probably doing a ultrasound just to see what's happening in her body, and also checking your eyes out, hey?
At a very respectable 20 years old, Adie isn't young anymore. This makes any procedure very risky. But it's a risk the keepers must take to establish Adie's mystery illness before she gets any worse. At a specialist vet clinic, Auckland zookeeper Christine Tintinger and zoo vet John Potter are giving Adie, the little golden lion Tamarin, a complete checkup. Almost immediately, John discovers a lump.
It does actually feel like a kidney, but it's quite true. I can't feel the one on the other side yet.
Not that I felt what a kidney feels like, but boy, oh boy.
Well, actually, I think probably that's the other kidney there. That's really...
Is she a bit light?
Yeah, we will be. That's it there.
Yeah, there you can see it sort of moving.
I think probably it is a left kidney, but it's quite a hard kidney, so who knows what's going on in there. So
Let's just stop breathing or something.
But there's something else. At 20 years old, Adie is a high-risk patient for anaesthesia. The team can't take any chances.
Do you want to do it?
you want to see if we can get a little tube down?
She doesn't seem to be reacting very well to the gas, so they're trying to put a tube down to get her to breathe a bit better. Her breathing's a bit erratic. We don't want that.
After a few stressful minutes, Adie is stabilised and sound asleep.
7.9?
That's all right.
Yep.
Finally, vet Chris begins the ultrasound. This will give him a better picture of Adie's swollen kidney.
This kidney's distorted in shape compared with the other one. Now, could this be a cyst that's full of debris?
The only way to know for sure what's causing the swelling is to collect some samples and send them to the lab.
Right, light speed, please.
For Christine, it's a huge relief to finally have an answer.
I always find it when you find something, you go, oh, thank goodness. And even if down the track it wasn't perhaps what it, didn't help, or we still have other problems, at least at this point there is something concrete to aim towards and try and eliminate. And also, surely, John, having that sort of infection in your kidneys can't be doing, she must feel awful.
Oh, well, that'll be the source of probably been firing off little belts into her bloodstream, giving her occasional septicemias with it, because she had occasionally raised temperatures.
Yeah.
Until the tests reveal exactly what's going on, little Adie is going to be under strict observation. They're not an animal you'd expect to see at a zoo, but Kuni Piglets Nina and Elma reckon they're well up to the job. The sisters have left the quiet life on a Northland farm behind for the hustle and bustle of Auckland Zoo. Keeper Amy has big plans for the little pigs once they finish quarantine.
We thought it was about time we got some pigs back in the zoo because we haven't had them for quite a few years now, and people just love pigs so much. Hey, don't you be pushy fuzzy piggies. Obviously they're not a big exotic animal like a tiger, and they don't have that kind of status, but we do have Kids Zone, which is our children's zoo. So if we can get kids interested in domestic animals, and especially such great animals like a pig, then we can then start slowly introducing conservation messages and messages of animal empathy and understanding.
But before the girls meet any new fans, Amy and Keeper Caroline need to give them some training.
Come on, piggies! That's it. Come on, girls. Come on, piggies! You deserve something after all that. What we're aiming for is to just train them to be cooperative, because pigs can be potentially quite nasty if they want to. They've got very sharp canine teeth. And obviously they're very strong, and they're going to grow to be very big, so they will have the ability, if they wanted to push us around. So if we can control them this way, so psychologically, and have them really excited about wanting to be around us and be on their best behaviour, because we'll just reinforce good behaviour and ignore the bad. Oh, a little piece of kumara.
The first challenge is teaching them to sit on command. Luckily, Amy has a few tricks up her sleeve.
Oh, nice one. Ooh, you love kumara.
No, over here. Come on.
The clicker is, it's called a bridge, so it basically means to the animal, yep, you've just done exactly what I want you to do, and it means that something good is going to follow. Sit down. And in this case, the good is food. All the way down. Oh, you did it without food in your face.
Oh, really?
Oh, you're so cute.
Oh, good girl.
She's standing.
No, she sits.
What we're planning on eventually, oh, Yuki, your head's stuck, is walking them around the zoo on harnesses. So it'll be good exercise, it'll be great for the public to be able to get them out and about. Great enrichment, great for the kids to interact with them. And we'll just keep building on what we're doing now.
If everything goes to plan, Nina and Elma will soon be trotting around the zoo grounds. Just over 3 months ago, Auckland Zoo produced its first ever meerkat babies. The triplets are now full-sized, but wait, there's more. The family has expanded yet again, to the delight of their keeper, Avi.
Hey little ones, what are you doing? Cool. To our pleasant surprise, 2 months ago, Umi, the mum, she decided she's going to pop out 3 more. So we had our second batch of meerkats here at the zoo.
To help proud parents Umi and Mbimbi keep their 6 kids busy, Avi has come up with a clever plan.
What we've got for them today is something a little new, something a little interesting, especially for the new babies. And what we're going to hopefully see is Mum, Dad and the older juveniles actually showing the little ones how to actually use this. So hopefully it all goes to plan, and we'll be able to see the little babies actually learning how to actually find some of their food in this enrichment.
To encourage the babies to use the tunnel, Avi installs their favourite treats.
What we're expecting these little things to do is burrow down into the hay. They're nice, easy pieces of food for the meerkats to find. What we're expecting the little babies to do is actually learn off Mum and Dad or follow them around. And as soon as Mum and Dad find some, these guys will probably go in and grab it before Mum and Dad or the older juveniles can. Look out, guys! Little red rats, watch out!
Young zoo visitors are especially keen to see the little meerkats learn.
There you go.
They don't have to wait long as the curious young meerkats dive straight in, hunting for their free snacks.
This is going really, really well. What we're seeing is the pups are actually following the older juveniles and mum and dad around, and they'll be right next to them, and as soon as mum or dad or the older juveniles actually find some of the food, these guys are actually coming right in there, and they're getting really competitive and pushing the older ones out of the way to get some of the food. And in fact, within them when they're young, it's survival of the fittest, so they need to get as much food as possible to be able to grow and survive, and so they'll even push each other out of the way. But it's working really well, and we're seeing them actually learn.
For Avi and the keepers, having all these little meerkats to look after is as good as it gets.
We're going to be just going along the ride and enjoying the time we have with these young ones before they all grow up as well. It seems to be with zoos around the world, once mum pops, she just can't stop. So we're going to go along with that, and hopefully we'll have more babies come next year.
It's all going off down at Kid Zone, Auckland Zoo's busy menagerie. It's the perfect day for Kuni piglets Nina and Elma to make their public debut. Keeper Amy doesn't think these grunty little girls will be overcome by all the attention. They've had 3 months of training.
That's it, girls. Oh, so good. Elma, where's your manners? Where's your manners? Oh, you're all dirty. You're a naughty piglet. Don't you jump up? And they're getting really excited and worked up because we're just about to go out for a walk around the zoo. So the training's been going really, really well the last little while, although you wouldn't know it looking at them now, but really they're good. And we've been harness training them, so they've got these little pig harnesses, and we put them on and take them for a walk around the zoo.
The sights, sounds and smells of a busy zoo are a world away from their old life on the farm.
There's a lot of people in the zoo today, so that could be a bit of an unknown for them. They could freak out a little bit, and also there's just things like tigers and lions and big predators out there that they can smell and they might take off from.
To keep these little trotters on track, special harnesses have been brought in from overseas.
Hey girls! Hey girls! That's a girl!
In true piggy style, the girls have packed on the pounds since they first arrived and know how to use it to their advantage.
So they're not like walking your average dog. They've got a lot of pulling power, and when they decide that they're off to check something out, then I don't really have a lot of choice, but just trying to keep her under control with my voice and with my clicker, and then let her know that when she's doing something good, like not pulling, she's going to get a piece of food. Look at you, Elma, she's just on a mission. So good.
The little pigs have caught the eye of one of Auckland Zoo's oldest inhabitants.
Hi, James! Hello, James! Look what we've bought for you! Who's this? Who's this? Who's this, Jannikins? Hello! Oh, hello! Who's this? We've just brought them past Janie just to say hello. It's really good behavioural enrichment for both of them, even though the pigs don't see that well, they haven't got that great at eyesight. It's great for them to hear her sounds and her smells, and Janie just kind of stops and makes her stop and think. And it's just great enrichment for it. Wanna go see the rings? Come on, baby.
The young ladies are loving window shopping and they move on to the next attraction. At the orangutan enclosure, the unusual visitors cause a bit of a buzz.
Hello! Hi, Horsty. Oh, here comes Horsty. Takes a lot to get Horse to come down. He is the world's laziest orang, so it's pretty amazing that he's come down, and he's got all his flanges forward and his big lips coming out. That's his kind of what is going on face. And we don't see that very often with him. He's a very hard animal to get up and get motivated, so this is awesome. It's really good. The pigs are totally oblivious. They wouldn't have a clue what's going on. But these two, they're so impressed. Indra just looking at everything they're doing. Look at her eyes.
Eventually, the piglets' hairy little tummies start to rumble. Amy decides it's time to hang up their leads for today.
You know the way home. Good ladies. Good girls. Oh, you're so clever. Sit, thank you. Good girl. They went really, really well. They're so good. I think they've had a good time, and they're going to definitely sleep well tonight. So it's just important that we keep that up and keep all those different experiences happening so that they're just nice, well-rounded pigs and nothing phases them as adults. You too.
You look all cute. Yes.
Around the corner at the Tamarin enclosure, it's a big day for a very special redhead.
Oh, you're a good girl. Hey.
Tests confirmed suspicions that a kidney infection was to blame for Adie's mystery illness. But thanks to a good dose of modern medicine, Adie's back to her happy, hungry old self.
Good girl. We are so pleased that she is better now, because she was pretty near death's door at one stage. So it took quite a few weeks of intensive antibiotic treatment. She's now put on lots of weight. And so now, today, she's going to go out with Gabrielle and Aya back out on display, because she hasn't been on display for quite a while yet.
It looks like hanging out with her mates is just what the doctor ordered.
Hey, hello, you lot. Hello. Would you like something to eat? Come on. Come on. Adie, come on. Come on. Hello, I don't want you, I want Adie. Yummy. Oh, be careful, don't fall. Don't fall.
With the gang back together again, Christine is thrilled.
This day has been a long time coming, to actually get her back out with the others on a lovely day. She is chilled out, she's well, I'm happy for her, this is excellent. So I'm going to leave them now and just let them enjoy the day in each other's company. Yeah, this is great.